Welcome, welcome to the LDM Show and another week here and another cool days, you know. But
It was raining
normally,
this morning, though.
what?
It was raining this morning.
Well, that was early this morning.
It was so gross, though.
No, that was good. It washes all the negativity people out the streets.
Hey, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? When I went outside, I got to go to the supermarket and back with no problem.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I was like,
usually you
wow.
got a problem.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Usually in the mornings there's a problem. So was that one guy asking me for the dollar for like 3 years already? He know I only gave him one time. Then you got the cashier who's always want to talk to the damn baker. Like, you don't got time for all this. But the baker wasn't there that day, I guess, because it was raining. So everything went smooth. It was a good day for me. I love it. I love when it rains. But we're gonna jump up real quick to word on the streets because we have some lovely guests today.
Yeah, we do.
And we want to find out. It's been a real long time I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
What, 2 weeks?
That's not that long.
No, but we're gonna bring them here. They were for the Bronxville Miss
Teens pageant.
Teens pageant. It was great. If you guys haven't seen it, it was on Roku TV. It's hitting 3,000 views as we speak. And thank you also for Roku viewers. We hit 70. What was it? 73, 76 that I posted it up. 1,000 views. So thank you guys for watching. But I got
We
sad
love the
news.
support.
I got good news, and then I got sad news about Roku.
Uh-oh.
Why are we number 2 on the
our
Roku
own
TV
network?
on our own network? You know who's number 1 on our network?
Johnny.
Nope.
R&R.
Nope.
Sports.
Ratings World.
I'm crying.
A little 6-year-old beating us in the ratings. No.
Hey, cuteness usually wins.
I know,
so I'm not
right?
surprised.
No, but his shows are good. Kids love it. Keep watching his show. He's doing a great job. He got another episode coming up this week, and he's recording his next episode of Digestive System. So check
Ooh.
him out. But he's real good. His one episode that he just put up 3 days ago hit 7,000.
Wow. Look
So-
at that. You go, Raiden.
You go.
I'm trying to be like him.
I know. I want to be like him when I grow up. But yeah, word on the streets, they are still trying to do something with the bikes. Remember we were talking about it last week.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to do more with the bikes. So hopefully they get them off the streets as soon as possible before someone really gets hurt. What else we got going on? The mayor is trying to be in every parade. So kudos to him. I don't know why, but. You know, all of a sudden when you're the mayor, yeah, I'm Dominican, oh, I'm Puerto Rican, oh, African American parade, like every parade he want to
Yeah.
be in, But you was never in one of them when you were a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
I don't know. But shout outs to the Dominican parade. We're gonna be there on the 14th, which is this Sunday. We're gonna be on. They moved us from 36th to 42nd Street, so we'll be in 42nd Street, right next to
Nice,
NBC.
bright and early.
We're normally next to ABC, but this week we're being next to NBC. So shout outs to them, and shout outs for them for making us into the internet media sponsor. So that's
We appreciate it.
kudos. Yeah, shoot, that's big for us. This is our first Dominican parade that we're going to.
Hey, I'm already.
Well, in the Manhattan one. We always go to the Bronx.
I'm already an adopted Dominican at heart, so.
Yeah, I already got my platanos ready. I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm gonna actually be out there in like 2 weeks, so don't worry. Yeah.
Oh, see. Oh man. All right. Well, and then what else? Oh, Google. I don't know if it's Google messing up or is they telling the truth. But if
Uh-oh.
you ask Google how many people live in Mars, they're gonna tell you 1 billion people are residing in Mars. So now all the
Interesting.
theories are coming out. Is that why NASA wants to send people to Mars, or the rich people are going to Mars?
Right.
So could it be? I don't know.
But 1 billion people up there already?
Well, that's what they're saying. Have you been there?
No, I'm
So then
here.
we can't say they lying or not. We haven't. We don't know. But according to everybody, they want to listen to Google and Facebook, so they must be right.
The internet is not real. Okay.
Well, she don't know what she's talking about. I don't want to get canceled. That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I really care, right? No, but yeah, people always believe that Facebook and Facebook and Google are correct. So now people are thinking there are people in Mars.
Oh no, for sure. People will definitely go by word of mouth. Be like, oh look, she said this. It's true.
Yeah.
Who is
so,
that? Your grandma.
Now I gotta go and do the ancestry thing again to see if some of my family are in Mars. I don't know.
Maybe. You
Listen,
might be an alien.
I'm not saying it's
It
not.
would
I'm not
make
saying it's
so
true.
much sense.
It could be. Because all of a sudden we got all the stupid people living in America. So they might have switched. I don't know. All common sense went out the window. So they might have switched bodies. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
You never
possibility.
know. I don't know. So now I know when I bump into someone that is not all there, I can say maybe he was switched.
Maybe he was.
So, and or maybe when Trump said all the aliens got to go, they left and they left the dumb ones. I don't know. You know, this is theory. I got to go with the conspiracy people because that's how dumb they sounding right now.
Oh,
So,
God.
listen, hey Google, fix your problem. But they even saying in the moon. But then they also saying that President Alzheimer's, what's his name, Biden. Yeah, he's not alive.
They're saying he's dead.
Even Google said he died last year.
Oh my God.
And last
Go
year
on
they
Google
sent,
and update
but no,
things,
no.
right?
Last year they found a video where he was supposed to be talking, and then they cut it, and then an hour later they taking a body out of the White House. So now they're trying to put those two. I love these therapy. Yo, it's like all therapy. I just sit there and watch this. I'm like, oh, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because I still one of those people that know, that 2 + 2 is 4.
That though, like that Biden is replaced with like a reptilian.
Yeah, you know, and that's probably the guy that fell up the stairs.
That's why they fight so hard for mass. So like when they're smiling, you can't see like the reptilian face.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Whatever. Anyway, that's word on the streets, guys. So we're going to be bringing our guests and talking to them. But one of the topics I wanted to talk to, and, you know, they're young, so they might, you know, can jump in. They don't got kids, but they might jump in one of the topics.
Their opinion matters.
Can you put that picture up real quick of the topic we're going to be talking about today? I want to show you people. And I got this from a friend of ours, Carmen, who has a show, or had a show on the network, but now she moved upstate. So not to jail. You know, because when you say upstate, people are like, oh, damn, they think it's jail. But, well, that picture there, we're going to be talking about this.
Oh,
you know,
the leash.
The leash. So
Yeah,
we're going to be
don't
talking about
agree
that
with the
soon.
leash.
So, yeah, you can take it down. We're talking about that today. But right now, I want to get into my guest here, sitting down and, you know, crown. I don't know if I do this.
I know, I feel
Do
so
bow?
underdressed. You guys will understand in a minute.
How do I, like, introduce them?
I definitely think you gotta kneel.
I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? But, ladies and gentlemen, we have great people here, and they are from the Miss Teens Bronxville pageant, correct? And we have the winner and a runner-up.
Yes, we do.
Right? And we're going to show them right now. Oh, there they go. Say hello.
You guys want to introduce yourself?
Introduce yourself. You can go first. Do you hear her? Because she's my, it's like, I'm Gabrielle. Do you hear her?
Talk.
She said, speak up.
No. Which? No. Which one is that? Did they turn on the mic?
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. So we had the privilege of hosting their pageant this year, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Everyone was able to do a fashion show. They did casual wear, right, and streetwear. And they also did a performance of their choice. And then they did evening wear, and then they answered some questions, you know, typical pageant stuff. And then the judges voted for a winner, and Miss Avaria won. So, we're so happy to have you guys here today. And tell us a little bit about your steps after the pageant.
You wasn't shy on stage. She was all talkative. The other one was singing with no music. She was like,
for the people who didn't get to watch the pageant yet, you want to tell them a little bit about your performance, a little bit about what it took to get to where you were.
Okay, I performed a monologue. Yeah, I performed a monologue and a little bit about what happened after the pageant. There's like a lot of like this here there are events and different things that we're invited to just speak a little bit about our pageant and what we did and what we did to get there. We're all founded by Miss Trudy, and she invited us to join the pageant. And for those who joined, she made sure that we were all ready. We would have these little meetings to make sure that we all felt confident about what we were doing, and yeah.
Me personally,
Can't hear you.
sorry. Personally, I've just been going to the events that Miss Trudy kind of takes us to, but I would more like to talk about before the pageant. I met Miss Trudy back in 2019 when I was a 15-year-old, my first year in high school, and I was absolutely terrified of meeting her. And she told me to give her just like a glimpse of what I could do, anything. So I sang her like 5 lines of like a Lady Gaga song, and then the pandemic hit, and I couldn't like participate in the first pageant. But then a couple of months into 2022, she had emailed me, and she was like, "I want to see you. I want you to come back." And I think just that perseverance is what made me come back. I don't think I would have ever gone back unless she had told me that she wanted to see more of me.
And look at that,
That's
you
so
won.
cool. That is. That's what I was gonna ask her because she said yeah, Miss Trudy found me. Like, where she found you at? Like you were walking the street. Hey, girl, you lost. Speaking of Miss Trudy, let's go to you. What made you say, you woke up and said, you know what, I'm gonna do a pageant? Like, what was the whole inspiration about that?
Okay, so back in 2019, right? I just had the vision of doing a pageant because I thought that it would be a great way of doing something that is not being done in Brownsville and to bring awareness to a very prominent issue that I think is one of the main reasons that we have this vicious cycle of poverty. And it's not unique to Brownsville, but I was in Brownsville at the time, so I was able to network in Brownsville. And so I said, you know what? Teenage girls are getting pregnant like left, right, and center. Since 2018, based on the Community Profiles report, Brownsville has a teen birth rate that is like twice the city rate and twice the Brooklyn rate. So out of every 1,000 teenage girl between the age of 15 to 19, 321 of them is having a baby. That's almost half, right? And that's a pandemic that no one was really bringing any awareness to. And I wanted to empower the girls of Brownsville to know that they have self-worth and there's much more to them than what their environment suggests. So this is how the pageant came into being. I myself was in the shelter at the time. I was living in the Bronx on Morris Avenue in the shelter with my son. And I would go to Brownsville and I would go into the schools. I would go to different networking events and I would try to recruit the girls. And I would say, it's more than beauty. And I titled the pageant Beauty, Brains, and Philanthropy Meet because it's not just about your outer beauty, because you could look very beautiful on the outside, but inside your character, it's very messy. So we wanted to focus on not just the physical attributes, but we wanted to give them capacity training. We wanted to build their self-esteem, teach self-worth, help them to become more aware of themselves. And so, we said, we're not just going to focus on getting you all dressed up. Then we said it can't just be about beauty, whether it be inside and out. We also have to focus on education and not just conventional education, because basic education is important, but we need to develop life skills. We need to teach these girls about etiquette. We need to teach them how to survive, how to not just do bare minimum stuff, but to be able to function in society. And that's not something that's taught in school, right? So we wanted to do that. And then philanthropy, I believe that we need to teach our young people to give back. It is important for them to understand that they are civil servants, and they tell you they're going to different events because they're doing their civic duty, right? To show up and to show others and to help others, to understand that we're here and we live here and we want to make this place a better space for all of us to live, work, and raise our families. So that's the whole concept behind the pageant, and I'm just grateful that parents have trusted me thus far with their children, and thus far we have not had a teenage pregnant case with our girls. So I'm thrilled that
That is so
this
cool.
is working. It is working.
That's so cool. We having comments popping up. Jay Sams, how's it going? Rosa, hello. I was texting them hello, and then don't know how to say that name.
Tijuana.
Tijuana said, "Great job, ladies. So proud of you and all that you are doing." So
Yeah, I agree.
you know,
You know,
I haven't checked the other comments yet, but I can't flip on my phone back and forth. I'll lose my motion. But we're happy you guys continue doing what you're doing and things like that, because I know even watching on the video, there's gonna be one little girl that says, "Wait, maybe I can do that,"
that's right.
And I forgot who it was that said it wasn't more the beauty. I think it was you, Trudy, on one of your interviews that you said it wasn't all about the beauty. So having Miss Teens Brownsville and not having Miss Beauty or Universe or something with the word beauty and taking away from a woman with what they can bring besides thing. And it's so funny because we were watching. Well, I wasn't, but my wife was watching a video of a person in a beauty pageant. You know how they give their speech, and she said, I know I'm beautiful. I don't need no one to tell me I'm beautiful. But I'm like, but you're in a beauty contest. So it's like it took everything away from there. But then that's the male part of me that's saying contest is about beauty.
Yeah.
So I like how you're stating it's more than the beauty. We had singer, we had a poet,
Yes.
dancers,
Actress.
actress. We had the group that danced, the two girls that danced. They had gifts giveaway. So it wasn't all about the beauty, but what they can bring into it. And that's the one thing I like about
Most
it.
importantly that I forgot, it's about securing scholarships for these.
Oh, yeah, they got scholarships,
We
too.
gave away two $1,000 scholarships
Yeah.
to one was for Averia and one was for Giannica because they're both going off to college. And we want young women in Brownsville to know that there is a path. Like there is a means, there is a way that they're gonna get from high school to college.
Right.
Yeah.
We want corporate America. We want all the local elected officials. We want everybody who's about community development and youth development to pour into these young ladies by offering us more money so that we can do full scholarships for these girls because that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, it
One
is.
day we're gonna get there.
Janica, that's the Miss President, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Miss President. She's like, I'm going to be a president one day. And keeping that positive mind is what, gets you up there.
That's
you know.
right.
She works her way up to,
She was younger than me. She was very inspirational.
yeah, she was. She work her way into the White House. So, wish her, well. And if she ever gets into the White House.
Remember, she said first female black president. So
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you see her name in office.
Yeah, because the first female was Miss Clinton.
Yeah, but she wasn't president.
She was behind the man that was telling her. And then it was Miss Obama. Because Obama wasn't president. It was Miss Obama telling him what to do. What? Yeah, babe? Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
She was definitely the face. For
Yeah,
sure.
she was the face, man.
Yeah, baby.
See, yeah, baby, they know. And out of all the presidents, those are the two females that did a lot
Yeah.
behind scenes. So maybe she'd be one. But if if you're watching and you ever become president, I'm the loud guy in the yard behind the gate. I know her. You know what I'm saying? So no, but it was all great. The girls did a good job. The speeches. I had to watch the video again because I was running back and forth. So when I watched the video, I was like, oh, that's what she was really saying, you know? 'Cause I caught glimpse of it, you know, what she was saying because I had an earplug on. But watching the video, I was like, okay, yeah, it is inspiring of the words that they had to say and the dances and stuff like that. The voice of singing, you know?
Yes,
And,
very
you know,
beautiful
so
singer.
everyone did a good job. And the person that did a real good job was the judges because I couldn't judge. I couldn't judge. I would have picked all of them. Like, you can't give 10 to all of them. Listen, that's my point system is 10 everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't be a judge for that. I'm sorry. So, you know, because first of all, I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, she was good. Oh, no, but she was good. Oh, but you seen the dancing? You know what I'm saying? So, no, the judges had the hardest job there, and I give it to you. You know, trying to read all the other comments just popped up. Oh, Instagram comments.
Okay.
All right. See, now I just lost it. Let me go back.
Good job.
Yeah. See, that's why I have the engineer doing that, but the comments are not popping up, so I got to read it.
You know, I really love the whole idea of the pageant, and I really can't wait to see when it grows to you being able to provide these full scholarships for these girls. Because being a female and growing up in Brooklyn, like, you just see the hood mentality. It's very prominent. It's very difficult to deal with, and it's also very difficult to get out of. So the fact that you're pulling these girls out of it early is, I think, very inspirational, because now you're putting them in a setting with their peers to be inspirational to their peers, and it just trickles off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a lot when people's mindsets like, I can't get out the ghetto, and it's because you're hanging with the ghetto.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're hanging with positive people, positive things happen. So, you know, having these ladies, black and brown ladies, showing positivity,
Yes.
you know.
Very
But
important.
speaking of that, how does it feel, no matter what, whoever won, whoever didn't win, all of y'all up there had people wanting to be like you guys. I don't know if y'all ever thought about that. But you guys carry now the ladies behind you like, I want to be her when I grow up. How does that make you feel now? You know, because I just see her eyes like, whoa, I didn't even think about that. Because y'all inspirations now. So how does that, you know,
Think about
go
it.
into your life now?
10 years from now, you guys are gonna be like the little founders of
Yeah.
this.
It kind of surprises me because I used to be in that spot. I didn't think I'd be on the opposite side.
Right.
It's a very surreal moment. I never thought somebody be like seeing me on a TV and say, I want to be like her. But it's very anxiety inducing, but it's also very rewarding because not only does it push these children, it pushes me to put myself in a good light.
Right.
Right. Which, yeah, that's a good thing. You know, you never really think about it. Being the face of something pushes you as well, because now you got to be like, okay, I want to make sure I'm going to do this and this right because someone is watching, and if I do something wrong, they might follow and it'll destroy their life. So how do you feel about it?
I have mixed emotions about it, really, because like you said, I never thought of
You never thought about it?
No. But like Avaria said, I've always been that girl who's like, when I see somebody on TV or something and I really like what they're doing, it's like I've always thought, oh, I want to be like that. And I've always wanted to get to that point where I was like, I want to be somebody that somebody wants to be like that they feel inspired by. So I feel like that's also really cool, but it's also very nerve-wracking because it's like,
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. So
yeah.
it gets there. We're in front of the camera, you know. Voice is always out there. So when we out in the streets and people see us, like, never thinks about it. Like, we can say something wrong to that one person and destroy their whole life.
Yeah.
You know, even when people, hey, want to shake your hand and you don't shake that person's hand, it can probably change their life. So it does get overwhelming sometimes. Like, I'd be like, you know, I don't let it show. I'll just keep having fun and joking around. But in my mind, I'm like, did I shake that person's hand? Did I say hello to that one person that kept staring at me, you know? So.
Luckily, haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, you're going to. You're going to, girl. Believe me.
Nobody has recognized me on the street.
We're trying
yet.
to avoid the parasocial relationships.
You trying? Oh, you're trying not to be seen, but you're going to be on this show that's on Roku TV and all around the world.
Oh, they're not going to find me anywhere else.
Yeah.
Put the address. Put the
I
address.
can
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say that now you guys are going back to school and going back to your um, once someone's gonna be like, oh girl, I heard that you. How you gonna
Pretend nothing happened.
be like you got the wrong
Girl,
one?
you better
Yeah.
walk around
And it's
loud
also
and
like
proud.
we're both going to new schools. I'm going into high school. She's going into college.
Oh, you're going to a different new school now, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, I only probably know like 3 people there, and they don't
Yeah.
even know totally about the pageant because I'm not in contact with them like that. So it's like, I don't think I'll have a huge problem with that.
Yeah.
And also, I don't have social media, so I just kind of stay hidden.
Yes, so that's a good thing. So when you're just going in, you know, you open your lockers for the first time, you look around, you put the crown there. You know what I'm saying? That's talking about. Oh, how this got here? Oh, it's wrong hat.
Just
You have to keep it in a glass box.
walk into school on the first day with it on and then never show it again. And then
Right.
people are going to be like, wait, didn't you have like this giant crown?
That
It's like-
sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, it'd be like crown. I didn't have no crown. I think that's you portraying me as a princess or something. You know?
That's a you
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
I think I might definitely take that advice. Yep.
No, but once they see and they start interacting with you, because I'm assuming you guys are going to be doing more showing and talking to kids and stuff like that. You know, so things like that would help because you guys are doing a heck of a good job.
Thank
Just the
you very
thought of
much.
black and brown females, teenagers, like she said, not doing the average pregnancy thing or the brainwash of these idiots that with their pants down in the corners. I say how I say it. You know what I'm saying? People know me.
totally
I say
agree.
it straight.
I agree.
I say it straight. And I always say, I said it a couple of months ago that you females have the power for one thing. All these guys are wearing the pants on their ankles and they're showing their dirty underwears and everything because the females don't say nothing and they approach them and they talk to them. Guarantee you females won't say nothing to them. They have to put up their pants now. Now they have to put on my suit. Now they have to be off the corners. But they're not going to do it because females allow them to do it.
Standards.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe you can teach the females that, men and females, I even say to the males, I talk to the kids, everyone has to have a standard.
Yes,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
True.
Yeah.
You know, oh, you're bougie. No, I'm not. You got to be on this level.
A standard and boundaries.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to be on this
Right.
level. If you're a little bit lower, I might, cut it a little. But if you're down here lower, no.
It's
I'll
unacceptable.
call me bougie you want, but you got to be here or higher. Because I didn't work this high to go back down. So as females, you have the power to do that. And the guy's gonna be like, I want this girl, but she don't like guys with pants on. I'm gonna put up my pants then. What? Oh, she want education. All right, I'm gonna have to get education. So a guy would do everything to pursue a female, but if you're not letting them, they're gonna wear their pants down. So that's why we're getting more idiots in the streets. So I blame you girls now. Just joking.
No, we're going to set them straight. That's the whole
There, you
point.
set them straight.
Yeah.
It's just like a female. Like I said, some of the females that pursue guys with suits and ties, they ain't gonna want you because you're not in their level. And what they call them, bougie. Oh, you were from the ghetto. That's why I had education because I didn't want to stay there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I did this because I didn't want to stay there. So people have their mentality backwards, and that's why I'm honored that Trudy made something like this to continue. And then the third year, fourth year, fifth year, I already told the bookers in for the third because we're gonna even make it even bigger. There's always bumps and bruises coming up.
Of course.
But
It's
at least
just
we
the
know
beginning.
now on our side what we're gonna wind up doing, what we're gonna do better, and so you guys are gonna enjoy it. And again, thank you guys for
Thank
coming.
you for having us.
No, I told you guys. I said it on this thing. I'm gonna have y'all here. I just needed to see what time, and then I forgot to tell her.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
surprise to me. A lovely one, though.
Yeah, so many stuff that's coming up, so many bookings that I even forgot. That I told y'all to come, and then
No.
I'm looking at my date. I would say, oh, okay, they coming today, so I was prepared, but I didn't write down that I had to tell her. So, but that is great. Guys, keep on. If you got so many questions, these are the ladies from the Miss Teens Brownsville. Trudy is the founder, and we have the winner and the runner-up here. So, and there was 3 more, right?
Yes.
There's a total of 5. There's
Yes.
3 more out there, and the smiles on your guys' faces, and The nervousness is what got me. I was like, yeah, look at them. They so nervous on the stage. You know, they didn't know where to look. It was like,
Really? It showed, really?
well, in the beginning, and then after that, you was like, okay, y'all forgot about the cameras were there, and you know, and then the family screaming helped, because there was family screaming.
I tried looking in the back, so I can't see anybody in the back.
Right. Oh yeah, because the darkness in the back. Yeah, but
And
the
no
front.
glasses either, so
Yeah, I heard them all.
can't see nothing.
I heard them all. I was like, oh damn, earplugs. That next year I got earplugs. Don't worry about it. But that was a testimony of family, helping and portraying, because you don't really see it,
That's
that much.
very true.
But I do got one beef,
Uh-oh.
guys. I want to see more of y'all next year. I want to see the fathers there. I want to see uncles, cousins. We had 4,
Yeah.
like 4, and one of them couldn't even hardly talk because he was with his wife. You know who you are.
I know, right? Guys have this stigma, like, oh, beauty pageants, that's for
But it
girls.
wasn't.
It was not. It's like the whole inspirational part. Not only that, right? Let's just talk about it real quick. How a female gets pregnant? A
The
guy.
Yeah, but this was like what's that? A rise to womanhood, in other words,
Yeah.
So it was from teenager to becoming a young woman with goals.
That's right.
So that's basically what it was. It was not a beauty pageant, and stuff like that. All I seen was people with goals up on the stage and with great attitude, So that's what I seen. I don't know. So more men. That's what. Don't make me go out there and look for y'all. I'll be outside. Listen, what you doing now? Nothing. We got one out. Go back in the stage. I got
Just
to
drag 'em in.
just grab them in and throw them in there, because we need more guys. Because if teenagers, especially teenager females, if they see more of their uncles and their cousins out there, they're gonna be like, wow, because now we see them as a woman.
Yeah.
So the attitude would probably change and everything like that. But some guys don't want to see, especially fathers. I don't want to see my daughter growing up. I want to keep her as a little girl as much as I could, Even look at my son, I'll be like, oh man, let me get the milk for you sometimes, because I don't want him to see him growing up. So I can understand as a father. So, but thank you guys. We got about 10 more minutes, and I want to touch a topic. We normally do a topic, start some controversy out there in the streets.
Oh, God.
But this topic here was brought up by Miss Karma. She's a nominee award winner, singer. She's a R&B singer and a reggaeton singer. And she had it on her page, and someone else had it on their page, and it erupted.
Uh-oh.
It erupted so big. Like, people were like, oh, no, but that's dog style, and this is that, and that's that. Can you show that one photo up again? Show them what we were talking about. The leash.
I've seen that before.
You've seen it before, right?
Yeah.
I
in
have.
my
What do you think
elementary
about it?
school. I think it's really smart, honestly.
You?
Because kids like to run away. Like my own sister, I feel like sometimes we could be in the store, like right next to me.
And how old is your sister?
She's 12.
12. And she like to run away? Girl,
Like,
we
no,
got
not run away, but like she'll just walk away and she wouldn't tell
You mean
anybody. And
wander?
it's, like, panic.
wander.
Like,
She said run
and
away.
they
I was
go.
like, whoa, we got to call child services over here.
That
She's
sounds-
running away every day. No.
No, not run away, but like they just like to wander off.
Right, right.
Especially in this time in the world, it's like you can never be too sure. So I feel like that's kind of like a smart invention.
Okay,
keep track
okay.
of your kids.
All right. I'm going to say my opinion at the end, but that was a good one.
Okay.
All right. What you think? Have you seen it? You seen it before?
I've definitely seen it. I've seen the backpack one a lot, though.
Yeah, the backpack.
See, yeah, the backpack I think is a little more civilized.
It's more civilized than by the
Yeah.
hand.
That's why I say I'm going to say my
I've
reason.
never seen the hand one before.
Yeah, I've
just
seen
the
it too many
backpack one.
times.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know. Personally, I don't like it. I feel like, yes, the child will wander, but I feel like acting out is indicative of something else. It might not be home life, but it might be something internally. Like some children have autism, some other children have a lot of sensory overload, and when they run around, it's either them trying to exude all this like energy that they have inside, or them trying to like escape someplace where they're not very comfortable in. So unless it's like something you look into with like a care physician or like a doctor, and then they say nothing is wrong, I think it's kind of a little wrong, not wrong, kind of. Yeah, I'll
It's
just
hard.
say
It's hard.
to
We
explain.
got a couple people chiming in because now all of a sudden they want to chime in. The milkman.
I definitely understand if like your child is just misbehaving and you're like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put the book bag on you, and you're gonna behave.
Yeah, Johnny said it prevents a child from getting snatched, which
true.
again I'm going to talk about it, and it says it prevents the child from acting up, like you said. Trudy, what do you think?
I do not like it. I'm not in support of that. If we as a people are saying that we were oppressed and this is how, or people was trafficked and carried from place to place, shackled up and chained around their arms, their necks, their feet, why are we now going back to this? If we have a problem with a different race or a different group of people doing it, like why are we doing that to our children? We're not animals. They're not barbarics. As what Averia said, if your child has behavioral issues, that's something that stems from the home. That's something that is happening. They're acting out because they're seeking attention.
Right.
They're seeking a place where they could run for refuge. What if that parent is an abusive parent and that child being in that supermarket decides to run off, to a safe place? There could be so many different reasons, but that's like chaining up your child. And that's abusive. That's abusive. Mentally, that is not the way that we want to raise our children. We need to move away from those things. Like we talk about slavery and we talk about being free, but mentally we're so enslaved.
Yes,
and
restricted.
unconsciously we're doing these things. So I am not in support. It doesn't matter how rude of a child you have. If you cannot control your child, that means you need to see a psychologist, a therapist, and get the help that you and your family need.
Yeah, we got Johnny said, I don't see it that way. Our logging the kids, the way of keeping them close to us. I don't see it.
So
in that sense.
so my thing is, okay, you can't keep your children close by talking to them. There's a
That's-
serious
that's
problem.
That's ways. What do you think, Alyssa?
Yeah, I don't play with the backpack either.
You don't play with the backpack
Nah, I
either?
don't do the backpack. And your kid is not an animal. So for you to treat your kid like an animal is put him in a zoo at that point. Like, you know what I
Pretty
mean?
much.
Like, you got to teach your kid to have trust, right? You got to build a trustful relationship with your kid. So if you're forcing them, like, showing them, like, no, you don't have a choice. You have to stay here with me regardless. And, like, you're kind of, like, subconsciously making them feel trapped in a way. Because, like, even if they do have a moment where they feel uncomfortable, there really is nothing that they could do about it. So if you and your kid have a healthy relationship, there's no reason why they're going to run off.
Exactly.
true.
Exactly.
All right. Any more comments? Put it below because I'm going to school y'all guys. And when I start schooling y'all ain't going. Again, I put up on my post. My opinions are my opinions, and if you don't believe on it, there's a unfollow button.
That is true. Wait,
So-
really quickly though, Ralph said try teaching a 2-year-old, and I'm gonna tell you,
I
have a
taught
7-year-old.
2-year-olds.
2-year-old.
7-year-old. And this terrible twos that I hear people talk about, I did not experience that because I instilled from my child was
Yes.
young.
Yes.
Do not do that.
Yes.
You don't have to shout at your child because guess what? Children do not respond
Well,
to
to
certain
shouting.
behaviors.
Yes.
So if you do not now know how to parent your child, go get professional help. There are professionals
Yep.
out there that could assist.
That's
This
right.
is not the way that we want to raise our children.
Yeah.
That the only way to control them is to bind them up, because that's what you're doing. You're binding them up,
Yeah, you're
and you're
scared.
saying if you run too far, I'm gonna reel you in.
Yeah,
Like-
that's freaking weird.
First of all,
No.
this is my opinion on it. It's a mixed emotions, but I definitely do not like it for many reasons. One, are they a chain gang? Chain gang. That was back in the days in the 50s when they used to be in jail. They used to have them in chains,
Yeah, and they used to have them in chains.
right? Two, if you're saying that, I know people out here, kids are fast to run in the streets. Many of the kids are fast. I raised my 2 nieces and nephews. I have my own kids. If the kid is too fast, or if the kid runs away and he's 2 years old, it's called a stroller. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's called a stroller.
Just
Put
a
them on.
stroller, Charles, but there's something called holding your child's hand while they walk.
Or carrying
Better
them.
yet, teaching
Right.
them not to run.
Right.
Like, away
Because
from you.
that thing people are misjudging it, thinking that their kids can get snatched. It's called a scissors, but and also it snaps.
It
So
does
if it goes too far, it does snap. And there was cases where it had snapped and the kids still kept going. A lot of the people that are using it are like Ralph here and Johnny. They're using it for good reasons.
That's very true.
Right. But there are some of them that just using it because they don't want to pay attention to their kid. That's where I get pissed off at.
Yes.
These are the ones that, yeah, I know he runs around, so I'm just going to let him be. And then keep on talking to whoever they with while their kid is running like this. So you
That's
just don't want to pay
literally
attention to
treating
your
them
child.
like a pet.
So now the dog with the leash that goes back and forth, that little mechanical leash, the dog is looking, oh, they got you too, huh?
Hi, Jen.
Yeah. Where you going? Oh, your mom is bringing you back? Yeah. Oh, wait, my master's bringing me back too. Oh, well, now it's not my master no more. She's my mom too.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Because now, the dogs are their kids. So,
Really
yeah,
quick, though.
snap if they came from a 99-cent store. No, but the real ones, they check them out. They have had a recall before, and then when they stretch too much, they don't stretch back half of the
don't
time.
retract.
They don't retract, so there have been recalls on it. That's why they bring out the backpack. Which a backpack, okay, it's a little bit okay because they mostly in front.
A bit more civilized.
Right, they in the front. But the waist one, you're having them in the back.
Yeah.
And I seen some people that needed more than that. They needed a cage because I'm driving. I got a van. I'm driving slowly because it's a red light. Who the heck wants to ride fast to get a red light? But this little girl was next to my van walking the same speed. And I'm like, where's the mother? The mother, no lie, was half a block.
Okay, that's the problem.
Half a block.
That's the problem.
So I was like, I could have snatched her. You would have never known.
And you would have never realized. You would have just
And I would have
been
just kept on
upset at
driving
her.
slowly, and you would have never known. The strap, you probably were so occupied with your conversation, I could cut the snap, and you would still never know because it doesn't feel like, anything.
Wasting your money and then spending it to get like a search party for your missing child.
Oh, Ralph said, I don't use it. But he probably seen it. So, yeah, I don't know.
I've
If-
never seen the wrist one. I've only
Yeah? Seen the
yeah.
backpack?
I've never seen that.
Yeah, the wrist one, I don't really like it because of that reason. It's like, I guess because it's a black and brown thing. To me, it seems like handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, maybe. But I see a lot of white people with it.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
think
why
so,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay, that's y'all guys,
I've never seen like a black kid with the book bag or the
Yeah.
wrist thing. I've only because
Yeah.
the school that I went to, it was in a predominantly white neighborhood, and a lot of the kids were
Yeah,
white,
they had that.
and they
Yeah.
would have the backpacks.
See, in the Latin, when you come into the Latin side, like in the Bronx, you never see that. You just see them with the slippers. With the slip, you're going a little too. Didn't I tell you you're going too far, boy? And then they boomerang because it comes right back.
Did you turn out so bad?
Nope.
Okay.
That's why I said, don't hit your kid, do this. Don't scream at your kids and do that. Yeah, okay. That's why I'm here in front of the TV with an education.
Yeah.
Like,
I wanna-
there's a limit
Yes.
to it.
There's a
There
limit.
is.
Right, yeah.
Like,
Like
just going
my
crazy.
mothers were like, you hit them, you don't beat them. That's two
Yeah.
different things.
Yes, that's
And
very
all
true.
these people
And
kept
two different
bringing out the beating.
Discipline does not equate to
To
abuse
or
or violence or all these verbal and
Verbal words they're using.
Verbal words
it's
hit
not.
deeper than any beating can. I feel like that's
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Always
And
think-
Ralph said, honestly speaking, today we have to be very careful with our children, which is true. That's why when you have something that takes your mind away, thinking that it's going to do its job, as a martial artist, you cannot relate or rely on something that you think is going to take over, and then you lose all other stuff, your sight. You're not going to rely on someone else to see for you.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Your touch and all this. So that's why that does. It takes your whole five senses away from you, and you think it's safe. It's not. So keep them together. When you're in the beach, you don't have that string and talking about where he at. Oh, he in the water. You don't see the rope? No, you don't do that, right? You right next to him. So that same thing you're doing in the beach, in the park, you do while you're walking.
But this goes to show that the society is having a serious moral decay, and we're moving so far away from having good standards, because before parents weren't afraid to tell their children no. Now it's like, oh, when we were growing up, we had such a hard life and we had this and we had that. I don't want my children to experience that. It is okay, even when you have abundance, to say no, because your children need to understand that life is never going to be smooth. They're never going to have everything.
Yeah.
No matter how wealthy you are, no matter how powerful you are, your children will never, ever be. There's always going to be a struggle somewhere, whether it's when they go to school, they have issues with something, whether they go into the workplace, they're always, and we have to prepare our children for that. The reason why we have to resort to things like this is because parents do not want to say no. So everything children ask for, they say yes. Everything the child does, they allow it to happen and not discipline them and say, this is not right. A child knows right from wrong, believe it or not. And when you allow them to do what they do, they say, oh, so my parent is okay with this. So you know what? I'm going to be bad because there's no consequence for being bad. So now you end up with a child who goes into the supermarket, who goes on the street and just runs freely because you have never told them, when we're outside, you do not run away from me. You walk next to me and I hold your hand. This is for your safety and your protection.
Yeah, because even my son, when sometimes he runs a little far, I'll be like, hey, kidnap distance. And then he knows.
Yeah, you have to
I'm
tell
like,
him that.
You went a little too far. If someone snatches you, I'm going to take a long time to run to you.
I can't run there.
Yeah, I'm
And
like, kidnap distance.
Stop giving power to this notion because it's a myth. There's no such thing as terrible twos. It's how you raise your child.
My kid.
I never experienced that.
We didn't go through that, right, Rhea? We didn't go through no terrible
Children
twos, and we were talking about that. I was like,
Yes, I was gonna say that. So psychologically, at the age of 2, that's when you start developing the sense of self
They're very
and the sense of boundaries.
Yes.
So once
Why
you
can I
start
get away with?
crying, exactly.
What can I get away with?
If you cry for 40 minutes and your mom is like, all right, just shut up and here's the iPad, I could cry for 40 minutes and mommy's going to give me the iPad. So you have to be like, no, you're not going to cry for 40 minutes and get rewarded. You're going to stop crying and you're going to eat your food. You're going to do this. You got to put those boundaries at that age because once they get 10, 12, 15,
Then it's gonna be-
16.
That's why they
it's
had
like,
the terrible
F you,
tools.
mommy.
And everyone that had terrible tools, try to see if I'm right. 90% of y'all that had terrible tools got terrible teens.
Thank
But
you.
then,
That's
okay,
very
this is
true.
where I
Thank
come
you.
This-
from. My mom, and she always says this, like, I guess as you get older, you get more aware of the things that can happen and the things that you can
Right.
do. So if anything, I feel like at 2 years old, like my mom swears, I was not bad at all, me and my sister. She said, if anything, as we got older and we got in different environments and we learned different things from our environments, we didn't get worse, but we, weren't as tolerable, if that makes sense.
Right.
So if anything, I feel like, yeah, really, I don't think there's anything such as terrible twos, really. It's just
Yeah.
learning boundaries.
Terrible twos comes from people that aren't attentive to their children as they would like people to think they are. And I understand some people say that their children have terrible twos, are inattentive because of things like work or a very tight schedule with other children. But if you have the time to have more children, you can probably squeeze a little more time in being attentive to said children. I have two nephews and one niece, and I was there to basically raise all 3 of them. Terrible twos is a consequence. It's a result of lack of being there to correct your children, especially when they realize you won't correct their mistakes.
Right.
They'll start pushing buttons, like Miss Trudy had once said. They're broadening what they can and can't get away with. Boundaries, like you said, are not only for older people, they're for younger children. Because once you don't give them that set of boundaries, they'll take everything. The world is now their oyster.
Yeah, and that's why I said, like, when they're 2 years old, that's when they do the testing. Can I do this? Like she said, I'm going to cry. How long did it
Don't
take?
touch that. Leave it alone.
Yesterday was 20 minutes. Okay, so now she did 15, and last week,
Let me
so
see if I
15
get a little
minutes.
louder this time.
Right. Me, I'm like, I'll give you to you when you start crying blood.
Gabriella
You know what I'm saying?
made an excellent point just now. She spoke about stability.
Mhm.
When children do not have stability, it comes out in their behavior.
Yes, it
Children
does.
need stability. They need to be in a stable environment. When you're moving from place to place, or you're changing school too often, or you're just seeing too many different people come in and out of your life,
Right.
as a child, trust me, it presents itself in that behavior.
They can't handle
They can't
it.
handle it
Mm-hmm.
because they don't know
What's
what's
permanent.
next.
Right.
What am I to take? Like what is gonna am I gonna come home and see someone different tomorrow? Are we gonna be in a different house tomorrow? Or but what you see manifest is not what the real problem is.
Yeah.
You have to find the root cause, address that, and you'll be able to deal with your children.
Yeah,
Yes.
like what was it? Not this riot. I think it was the riot before that, where the mother was caught on live TV grabbing the kid and beating him, and she realized who the kid was by the eyes. That's my kid. She went over there, beat him down. Last year they spoke about the kid. He's in college now. He
Public
said
humiliation gets you a lot of places.
he said finally someone. She was like, you got away with it with your dad, but with me it wasn't gonna get away with it. So if one parent, of course, is more lenient, which mostly the dads are more lenient when they're not really in the picture because they don't want to seem like the bad guy. Wrong word.
Super wrong.
Yeah, wrong thing to do. You need to be strong no matter what. Because the ones, they did surveys. The ones that live with their kids, they real strong. And the ones that don't live with the kids, they're a little more lenient because they don't want to seem bad to their kids. No. My son right now, sometimes, you don't let me do nothing. I said, okay, let me know when you're 25, 26, and you remember this day, and you say the same thing. Why I didn't let you do it. Like, I don't even tell him half of his math stuff. How do you do that? You tell me. You figure this out. How you do it? Oh, I can't open it. Read the thing, what it says there. I don't, and people be like, why you don't help him? You got two
You gotta
hands.
figure it out.
He
How
has to
is
have
gonna
fun
do
getting
anything?
creative.
He got two hands. And now look, 6 years old, has his own show. He's doing so good and everything. He learned how to use cameras and everything while he was 2 years
That is
old.
very
Because
good.
why? We do not help him, do anything. And some people used to be helping him, like, no. Not even the baby talk. And then, who you talking to?
You gotta
is
talk
baby
to him like
talk?
he's a man.
And then I got
What
lead
is
the
that?
I used to be like, no.
grown up.
I don't
What
like
is that?
I don't know. That's
Like
Who speaks like that?
That's what I
When you
say.
speak
And
to
then
babies?
And then when they have
When they older-
speech delay and all these problems, we're like, but you were doing goo goo gaga.
Yeah.
There's no such word. Stop it.
yes.
Stop it.
Yes. That's
Speaking
why I
with
said
a
there's
lisp also makes it worse for those kids. When you talk like this with them, they're
Yeah.
gonna start mimicking it.
Eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Monkey see, monkey do.
That's why I say a lot of times
And
the
I hate
positivity.
that. Mommy, can you? You don't even
Oh,
sound
no, I
like
tell-
that on a regular basis.
My
Stop
son,
it.
my son tries to do that, and I'm like, wait a minute, Google, how do you speak dolphin? Because I don't understand that. What? That's dolphin talk to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when two females be arguing together, I'm like, damn, I need translation here. Like, because you hear the high pitches, and it's because they don't know how to say the words when you're angry. You don't know what words to say, and you be careful what to say. So it's the same thing with kids. They don't really know what to say, so they mimic what you say. Look at the Linda. Hey, hold up, Linda. That little girl that went viral. People were not talking about why she was saying it. Wait, hold up, Linda. Hold up. We're gonna talk about this. She was like 4 years old. Who were you mimicking?
Yeah.
Even though they see it's
The
cute,
adults around you.
even though it seems cute because they're young, but then you got to think about it.
And you see, we've gotten to this point where it's all about recording it because everybody wants to be viral. They think it's cute. It's not cute. Having your little girl whining on TikTok or shaking their ass or doing things, it's not cute. Having your children talking a certain manner just because you want to be viral, that's not cute. Stop it and address it.
It's very hurtful because then they're gonna think the only reason they have people close to them is because of the things that they're doing. They think that their assets is what's bringing them people or a community instead of the things that are inside of them.
That's true. We have a couple of comments.
So Abdul said, "We must let the children be children and stop making them grown too early."
That's extremely true, especially with the clothes that we see today.
Oh my
Have
God.
you seen the very muted colors? I saw a video not too long ago that 2020 is about the most monochrome or monochrome year that we've had so far. Color spectrum has been shrinking since the late 90s. It's gone from a gradient. So all these expressive colors are now gone. You don't see a car that's like lime green anymore.
Yeah.
Except for like 2 taxis. Even like homes have become so gentrified. They're not like those red stones or anything like that.
Yeah, they're all colorful and black
those
is
are
back.
gone.
Oh my God, that's why I love Dominican Republic, because even though it's shacks, it's colorful shacks.
It's
So like it
beautiful
makes
in
it a little
shacks.
happier, you know.
Yeah. They don't have the colorful, and then the girls are wearing all these workout clothes that are enhancing their bodies even more, and they don't even
Athleisure.
go to the gym.
That's
You know what I'm
the
saying?
thing.
So it's like,
Yeah, they're perpetuating like such a negative ideal for people. I believe that Westerners are seeing what's happening in like places like Korea, where it's a lot more of athleisure or more how should I say? I would say like high class apparel. You'll see them in like heels and stuff to go to very simple places, and I think that we're trying to mimic that here, so that people can look at us and say, "Oh, we're just like them." Not saying we're copying them.
Right.
We're trying to show that we have that same level of class in a
Yeah.
sense.
Right.
And we're doing this to young children who just want to wear a Mickey Mouse shirt. and we're like, no, you don't get the Mickey Mouse shirt, but you get the cardigan with with like 2 daisies on it.
showing your
You're
belly
good.
buttons and all this, and I'm like, girl, no. Like,
I looked terrible when I was 2.
yeah,
I
but
had
Have you ever seen
terrible.
the TikToks of the parents who dress up like they're like tiny dollars on
To look like
Pinterest
that?
with the like little kids like not even like 5 years old with the phone in the car, and
Yeah.
the crop tops and the
I
makeup.
seen one video where she had the power wheel and she was coming out with her little, you know, somewhat it looks okay, it's cute because she's a little girl, but what are you putting in the girl's mind?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not
Material stuff is the thing to go.
Parents vicariously
that,
living
just
through
living
their
through their children.
children.
That's the. You know how many times I
They're
said
dolls.
that? I know a few people that I be watching on Facebook, and I be like, your daughter or your son don't want to do this. Like my
Yes.
son, I told him, you got your show, but the day that you don't want to film, just let me know, because this is you.
Yeah.
I got my show. I know I'm
'Cause
filming.
they're
I don't
still
care about you.
children.
You know what I mean?
It's a little
They're still
embarrassing.
children.
I hope that when people see it in themselves, they'll move away from it, because
They'll realize
it's
it.
very embarrassing to sit there for years and years and years, and then your children come back to you and tell you, "I hate you because you made me do
Yeah.
this."
But ladies and gentlemen, we're running out of time. So again, the teams are here. The winner, the runner-up, and Miss Trudy, the one that's telling you you got negativity, but I got positivity, and I'm going to show it in my girls.
That's
So
right.
she's going to be doing it again for her 3rd year next year. So check that out. We'll be posting it up as soon as she tells me the information. We already got the date. We just want to make sure it's the same venue, place, and all this, and who's going to be there and what's going to be there. But the one thing I do want to say is these people that out there about kids, you're talking about you want to give your kids something that you never had. I always say, give them education because you probably never had it. This is Charles Aloma, and this is the LDM Show. I am.
My name's Alyssa Luce. Thank you guys for watching.
And y'all want to say your names again real quick?
Gabriella Bernard.
Avaria Charles.
Trudy Ann Williams.
And thank you. And again, Miss Teens Brownsville in the house. So check them out. We had a wonderful time. We spoke to them, and you see how educated they were.
Yes.
So, and thank you guys for the comments. We care for y'all, even if you don't agree. We don't disagree. That's what the world's about. Ralph said, congratulations, ladies. I
Thank you
agree with
very
you,
much.
but your kids to read a book. Oh, that's right. My kid is reading
My
big
sister.
Harry
my
Potter.
My sister and I are huge bookworms. Like,
Yeah. Well, he got a big book because his Uncle Will wants to give him a big book out there.
I love
They're
those
good.
books.
They both nerds. You haven't seen him and my son talk when they outside.
Aw.
Yeah. So anyway, we check you out next week. And if you guys are in Manhattan this Sunday, come and check us out. We'll be on 42nd Street for a little bit because, then we start walking around. So have fun. And remember positivity. That's the way to grow in life. See ya.
Bye.